Can you compare and contrast their quarterbacks a little bit? I know the scheme doesn't seem to change a ton.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't change a whole lot. And again, they're doing a lot of things that we're doing on offense. You see multiple tight ends in there, and they do a great job running the ball right now. And so you don't see too much difference, but there are some differences. So we got to be ready for either one.
How was McGee today? You said you had a check.
Yeah, I think he's going to be all right. I think he'll be fine.
And Feliciano on that note?
You know what? I don't know. I mean, he's at the doctor now, so we'll. He'd be game time at best, to be honest with you. So I guess that would be doubtful.
Silly as this might sound, are you going to put up what guys do as far as celebrating? You've seen it happen in baseball.
No, if I got to start doing that, man. I mean, I understand, but I mean, if I got to coach the celebration now, we're in trouble. I mean, we're coaching everything right now, and if we got to coach the celebration, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it was unfortunate, but we should have a no air policy for our offensive linemen, right? Don't leave your feet.
Their pass defense is pretty good. What are the challenges?
Yeah, their defense is good, period. I mean, they get after you, play a lot of quarters, and then they'll blitz, bringing their Sam and Will a lot. So they're aggressive. They do a really nice job. Again, they're doing a really, really good job. And their offense, played, obviously North Carolina and Georgia Tech are the two common opponents, and their offense did a much better job against Georgia Tech than we did, certainly.
Those guys around so much on the defense. That's like you did a lot of tempo. It's sort of like
this has been most of this has been initiated because of what happened, because of all the things that transpired. So we really would like to just settle in. I would have loved to have settled in on April 17th or whatever, but it didn't shape out that way. So we're starting to settle in now. It is what it is. I would love to have continuity at every position, and as all those reps add up right now, and some of our guys are in game 1, game 2, game 3, and some guys don't have the continuity, so we'll get there.
We haven't seen much of Asante Cleveland this season. Is he still struggling with injury?
Well, I think the shoulder put him behind the 8 ball a little bit. I think that set him back. But there's some other guys right now that are just doing a little bit better. It doesn't mean he's not going to grow and not going to improve and get better. And I think he's going to be a really good player.
How is
the shoulder set him back?
How has Dyron looked after coming back
Good.
here?
Doing a good job. I mean, he's carving out a little role for himself, and so is David Perry there. So again, we missed that earlier in the season with Corey and Blake going down. Those were kind of our blocking tight ends. We missed it dearly, and now Dyron and David are taking a little bit more of that role.
Can you talk about that? Be a little bit more of a instructional walk-on? I don't know how you classify, but does the walk-through Wednesday take on more of the field than a Friday one, just because of the time crunch this
week? Would it be a little bit more intricate than?
Yeah,
probably a little bit more intricate, but we're not gonna put pads on or anything like that. But there's still a lot of things that we have to solve. We don't have time right now. We don't have time. We have a lot of guys who have exams and that type of thing today, and so time is our enemy.
As opposed to a regular week, is this one of those weeks where you're like, I'm really glad we're at home this week because of the short week?
Again, I don't think there's much of a difference either way. I think the bottom line is if your kids don't understand the process and don't understand what needs to get done in a 3-day week, you're in trouble. And we'll find out. We're going to find out Thursday at whatever time, 8 o'clock. We'll find out whether we understand what it means to prepare for a game like this.
You talk about like Chicolo, who's got the good bloodlines, but he seems to have a pretty high football IQ. Is his instincts for the game one of the reasons he's having early success?
I think so. I think his conditioning, his mental toughness, and I think it's fair to say his football IQ is he's very instinctive. So I think that has all enabled him to step in and obviously he's a starter now. And there's always going to be competition, but right now he's starting and he's coming through for us.
Can you talk about the progression of Philip Dorsett from the start of the season and what kind of weapon he is for you guys now?
He's doing a good job, and again, Philip's got courage, he's got long speed, and he's very bright. He's learning the offense real well, and he's comfortable right now, so I'm real pleased with him. And he's doing a lot for us on specials too.
Now they're kind of out of its 2001 team, I guess, on some level Thursday night. How much you weren't here, now the kids are here, of course, but how much do you point to them these days as the example of what you're trying to get them to?
Well, I don't think it's any question. I'm just glad we got it right. And we're going to honor the right team on Thursday night, so I'm excited about that. And clearly a lot of those guys have set the standard here, and that's what we're trying to get back to be honest with you. So again, we're not going to get there overnight, but man, they set the standard with the way they play and the work ethic and commitment to each other, and that's what we're trying to get back to. Tim.
You talking about Mike James, his progression and his role in the team?
Yeah, no, Mike's doing a good job. He made some big plays for us on special teams the other day, and continuing to run the ball. And he plays fullback, he plays tailback. He's a good third down back, so he's doing a lot for us. And when we need him in the short yardage goal line, he comes through for us.
Sean Spence has been a big leader on the defense with a lot of different changes.
Yep.
Can you talk about his role?
No, he's doing a great job. I mean, Sean's playing lights out right now, and again, it's a function of his preparation and how quickly he's playing right now, and so real happy for him.